you know, if you're an analyst, you're going to be saying, hey, Singapore has maybe a 0.01% of winning this game. But hey, it's in that 0.01% that Singapore will go to work. This is game 2, Philippines versus Singapore. Will Singapore finally be able to take one game off, make a statement, or will Philippines steamroll over what was the fastest game that we've seen in game number 1?
I don't have the answer for that one. I need really have to see first. Whoa. A lot of pressure coming up from Pabico right off the bat. Bellamy, I think, already activating the revitalize. Pabico with the flicker.
Because the flicker, Jinsang finding an angle. De La Cruz also utilizing the flicker. The damage coming in from Philippines right from the get-go and targeting onto Royven is pretty much expected. You have so much mobility from De La Cruz's Cho as well. Relun there in the vicinity. Getting locked up, stunned up. De La Cruz, no flicker as well. Does have the Shunpo, does have the dash, but Relun will not let him go.
First blood over the side of Relun already, so that's okay, but that's just, you know, early game for now. De La Cruz is just a troll currently. It's just De La Cruz's fault for giving the first blood over the side of Team Singapore.
Yep, Relun able to keep Venuya at bay down the bottom side as well. It's 40 seconds until the first turtle spawns, which will be a true test for Team Singapore and how they handle the aggression coming in from Philippines and their team fight
happening as well.
In the mid side, Bellamy taking a little bit too much damage. The spin will push Jinsang back. The jungle will fall. Pabico as well. The boxer actually takes down the mid lane. Nepomuceno down low. Another one, Singapore showing signs of life in game number 2.
A bit of tempo that's sorely needed for the side Team Singapore. Team Philippines taking 3 deaths, 3 casualties as well. And that's also even before the turtle as well. So which means that Team Singapore has a bit of a chance to go over to the turtle. And even Roy using the Mystic Gush to try to finish.
The final slash, but Relun secures that turtle. Is down way too deep. Jinsang loses his life. Relun will be able to dash out. He's got that level 4. Bellamy in too deep. Will be stunned up, locked out, slowed down, waiting for the Goon Squad to end his life.
Yeah, that's the Valir that's really scary, like, right? And Pabico on this Valir is just constantly stun locking the likes of Bellamy and the likes of, even to a certain extent, Jinsang as well. So I think if you're Team Singapore, you have to be very careful. Don't forget, even though early game, heavy spin.
That's lockdown of Jinsang. The rest of Goon Squad is right here. It's a 4-on-1. That's the collapse. As Philippines not happy about that team fight right before that turtle.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a sign of life that was given over the side Team Singapore, but over the side of Team Philippines, you know, wrestle that control all the way back for once. We don't really have a goal lead that's swinging in the favor of either side for now, but Team Philippines, you know, there is still the claw that's also scaling. Keith on the Grandeur is also should be able to lane fully as well from far, and I really need to see a lot more coming out from Bellamy, right? Bellamy on this high velocity to lead the charge to basically stun lock, and then after that, providing Royven with the Mystic Gush.
Yeah, taking a little optimizations. Looks like he is going for the Clock of Destiny first, at least a little bit of damage paired up with a sizable defense right in the early game, which is pretty much what they need. Singapore still staying healthy and staying on par with Philippines. A much better start for Singapore.
Yeah. Great start for now, but it seems like, you know, Team Philippines was able to stabilize that one. Looking to scale. We haven't seen Venuya really, you know, trying to find Relun as well, because Relun, you know, is a Paquito, does a lot of burst damage. It's something that Venuya must be a little bit careful. Jinsang rolling, looking for a target to crash onto, but decides to back off.
It doesn't want to commit underneath that turret. That's way too risky. You have a pretty good lead. You want to risk yourself right before this turtle. We're starting things up. De La Cruz knows where Relun is. Jinsang hiding himself. Bellamy takes the short side of the map. We're going to punish De La Cruz for coming in too deep, but he's a Cho. He will be able to skirt that out nicely. The red carpet lays down. Jinsang finds an angle. The turtle gets a reset. It's all in the plans. It's Philippines. Toys with them. That's Venuya with the final slash, pushing them away. The Mystic Gush will deal a lot of damage as Venuya gets sealed down underground by Relun.
But at the very least, that's a Paquito in the early game, right? Albeit the turtle completely forgotten by both of these two teams. But Team Singapore was able to at least get one kill all the way down for the side of Venuya, trying to hold down the Arlot as Jinsang picks up the second turtle.
It is in that 1.1% that Singapore will fight back. It's in that 1.1%. The Singapore still has that fight left. They're not going down without trying their best. This will be one of their last few games as Bellamy, no. He's in the wrong position, getting kicked back. He's slowed down. Bellamy delaying his death. The red carpet lays down, but a little bit too late. De La Cruz left all alone. Wolf skirt back out. Philippines just leading the charge underneath that turret, underneath the base. But on the back line, WeLun dealing a lot of damage. Mr. Gush comes in a little bit too late. Keep from back line, might be able to hit it. That is WeLun with the charge, with the jab, and with the flick of play.
Diablo.
Oh, Diablo still not on wood just yet. Nepomuceno will punish him for getting a little bit too deep. That's a mega kill from Nepomuceno. As Philippines leading the charge, you're not too happy about what Singapore has done to them.
At the very least, there's a bit of a trade coming in between both these two teams. To be honest, this is also Team Philippines playing a little bit weird as well, right? They're overcommitting a little bit too much over to the side of Team Singapore, but that's also because they're kind of expecting Royven on this guard to unleash the Mystic Gush earlier just now. Team Singapore literally gave Jin Xiang and also Bellamy over to the side of Team Philippines, and now Team Singapore leading the siege up top.
Might be overextending though. Jin Xiang makes a U-turn, take down that T into the purple buff area. Turtle getting pulled out by Philippines. Bellamy giving that vision play. Jin Xiang ramping up for that spin, ramping up for that roll. Royven a little bit too late. No Mystic Gush for now. As Philippines ramping up the charge, just pushing in back. Bellamy will be the first to fall though. Slowed down, stunned up, but buy some time for Team Philippines. That's the final slash on the 3. Singapore is in shambles as Philippines runs over them.
Yeah, I would say it's just Vinuya running over there. The fight is not over yet.
Look at WeLun on mid side. He's pushing in. He's buying some time for Singapore. He's got that fight.
This is a very awkward game. I'm pretty sure Coach Aeon also would not approve of this kind of messy brawls that Team Philippines is throwing at Team Singapore. But at the very least, you know, Coach Aeon is definitely going to have a little bit of identity crisis right now.
Yep. At the very least, though, Singapore trying to find trades. At the very least, WeLun does have that damage, but he is on a timer. Longer this game goes, Philippines is constantly going to scale up. They're not going to only have to... Yep, at least he knows that bottom side. I can't believe that this wasn't a replay. I thought we've been here before, Jace.
Yeah, definitely, right?
Jin Xiang, no. Oh, WeLun! With a 2-man hit up from that bottom side. Jin Xiang is all left all alone right now. Nepomuceno already overextending, but it's 8 kills for the Sakai.
Look, if you want my expectation list, I would say WeLun did a very good job earlier just now. You know, split pushing a little bit, put some pressure, put some flanks. So at least WeLun's doing a great job as a potato. But don't forget, Team Philippines is on a steady comp.
There's a reposition. Won't be able to chase that one up. Vinuya taking a lot of hits. Will be able to dash out. One more hit. One more hit. Nalang and Vinuya gets out. The red carpet falls, but they don't want to chase it too much. They're going to push that situation. Pushing Bellamy all the way back. De La Cruz coming in. That's the kick. That's the jump. That's the stun up. That's Keith with the kill on De La Cruz.
The laser coming out from Roy and also Kiv land down the shot. I think more importantly is whether Keith actually holds on to the Sky Piercer, because that's going to be definitely a good stat coming in. And don't forget, we've been here before, even in AGQ, right? Yeah, thank you very much. Sky Piercer Stack is already here, and you know, we've been here before. When the Granger starts rolling with Savages, and after that Maniacs, because of the Sky Piercer Stack stacking up over and over again, yeah, this Granger may be a very scary Granger.
Pabico forced to use the flicker, forced to use the ultimate. No major resource already utilized. De La Cruz very deep in. On the back, Vinuya finding an angle for a final slash. He's holding on to that one. Jin Xiang gets repositioned back all the way. No more boxing for this first Lord take. Singapore extended a little bit too far, Jace. Bellamy over next to fall. They keep slowing him down.
Yeah, and that's the power of Pabico and also the rest of the members from the side of Team Philippines, right? It's just a constant slow roasting of Team Singapore, one after another, on top of with Pabico and alongside with Pillars, of course, with the Corrosive side already. There's nothing. Wait, he didn't even have it. My God.
For an extremely close fight where Singapore kind of won it out and equalized the economy line. Lord being chauffeured upon by 4 members of Philippines on that top side. The crash will land. That's the final slash on the 2. A little bit too close for comfort right there. So Rick up and gets laid down. But that's a lot of damage from Keith on the backside. Nepomuceno pushing everyone back out. That's counter re-engage.
Great engage coming up for the side of Nepomuceno. Will be able to find the back line and then start pushing into...
Oh no, another one. The final slash on WeLun. He gets caught out. Keith still staying happy, still staying fine. That's an 11-minute game. They still have the minions on the mid side.
Being cleared out by the side. Keep flickers forward. Okay, there's going to be a Sky Piercer. Pilar's going in.
Pilar's going in. He will seal the deal. That's the gold lane versus the gold standard. Philippines, they're pushing it in. Bellamy comes out, but there's nothing much that the Highlands can do. He's still got Royven though. Keith is still needed. It's 25 seconds to final slash once again, Jace.
Man, Benuya is finding all this final slash. It feels like, you know...
Missed the gush. Already laid down, Bellamy. Taking a lot of hits. There's Pilas, no minions, no problem. They still got another fat wave coming in. There's 3 members out for Singapore and Philippines showing the hands of Philippines unless, you know, a miracle happens. But it's way too fast. Yep, that's the blitz. Philippines will pick that one up.
Yep, blitz it up very quickly. I would say it's a little bit difficult because definitely Team Philippines has already scaled and now, okay, maybe this is a way they can do it.
A stun onto Nimble Museno, able to push Bellamy back. That's a counter re-engage. Philippines is so fast and so far ahead. There's the push back on the whip of the dragon. Bellamy gets caught out. He will be the sacrificial lamb once again. As Singapore on the defense, they cannot step foot out of this base.
Yeah, the missing gush is already used as well. Bellamy, the sacrificial lamb, given over side Team Philippines already. And now there's a lot of marching in. Wilun trying to make a play right here, trying to look for a pickoff.
Bottom side, but De La Cruz not too worried about this. He still has that immortality. Fabico taking a lot of shots from Keith. At the very least, Keith has that damage, but not a lot of defense. Bellamy's still out and about, still out of commission. That's the final stat once again. Benuya not expecting that at all. The burn will take Keith out. No damage for Singapore. 3 members down. Philippines will take the charge over the throne and take down game number 2 without just taking out the rest of Singapore with them.
Yeah, GG, well played over the side of Team Philippines and of course Team Singapore, right? Team Philippines, of course, first seed going up against the 8th seed, and you can start to see the gap between these two teams